Mabuhay, this is Bob from Love Beyond the Sea. Here's another comment I want to respond to. Please subscribe here. I have a channel about marriage to a woman from the Philippines, lots of playlists, about 1,590 videos or so on YouTube. And check out my affiliate link for where I met my wife on Christian Filipina. That will be in the comments and descriptions and the link tree on TikTok. Now, this was a woman's, Filipina's response to someone else. Regardless of nationality, financial cost is always there, and it's part of life. No one forces a person to marry Filipina. It is a choice by a person. So I've been looking for some comments from some older videos to reply to, and I stopped here because I thought, well, there's something I could say about that, because something rings true about her comment, that when you marry a Filipina, it's by choice by a person. So when you marry someone from another country, from a different culture, where there is a lot of poverty there, where you should be prepared to know that they are willing to marry to give themselves a better life. That's part of the age gap situation. Don't think for a minute that they're physically attracted to older men. That's got nothing to do with anything. So you have to know what you're getting into. So she's going to want money for her family, because that's just the way it is. That is an obligation on her. You must realize that she's going to get intense pressure from certain people to support them. It's not always just mama and papa. And so you have to be prepared to allow her to work so she can help. She won't spend all her money, but you can also support her by helping yourself. You should be prepared to do that. You can't go into the Philippines, marry a Filipina, and then change the rules. That's not how it works. You have to be prepared. I've got lots of videos here. I try to prepare men for what they're getting into, and so they can be realistic, because you hear a lot of nonsense out there in YouTube from men who are not married to Filipinas. I have been for 8 years. If I need to know something, I can ask the expert, my wife, who spent all of her life in the Philippines before coming over here to America in 2016. So this is right. Nobody forces anyone to marry a Filipina. Now, my channel is about touting some of the virtues of marrying a woman from the Philippines. You can marry a woman from the Philippines. I think it's relatively easy to do if you're not overly picky, but you must also understand the culture. They need and want and deserve a better life. They're willing to marry you for that. Now, if you can be a great husband to her, she can be a great wife to you. And so I try to talk about that a lot on my channel. Finances, it's just going to be there. Doesn't mean everybody has to marry a Filipino and buy them a house or property, although those things are very much appreciated and valued. You have to talk about this, or you're going to argue yourselves into the end of your marriage. So as a husband, I have to take responsibility, since I did marry a woman from another culture where things are done differently, expectations on her that would not be placed on a woman from America. And that's all on me. I'm the one that proposed, that pursued, that married her. So it's my responsibility not to point the finger, not to blame her or her culture or her family or anybody else. Learn all you can, make the decision to marry her, and then live with it and work it out. So I agree with what this comment says here on Love Beyond the Sea.